Hi guys, I've been having fan belt problems with my FJ Cruiser. Um, the fan belt, it's got about 100,000 miles on it, and it did have a new serpentine belt in it. But what happened is it shredded, and my neighbor is a mechanic, and he said sometimes a stone can get in there. Just put a new belt on it. So I put a new belt on it, and the new belt shredded. And this time it wrapped all around the fan in here, and it also took out this piece of radiator hose. So I was basically stranded. So today I've been trying to figure out what the problem is, and I think it's the pulleys. So I ordered new pulleys and I got a new belt. These are the original pulleys here, and they're Koto, and they say made in Japan on them, and they really didn't look so bad, but when you do flip them over, you can see a little bit of grease in here, and if you shake them, you can hear the ball bearings. You can barely just hear the ball bearings, but you can hear ball bearings moved around. So I'm guessing the reason my belt came off were these pulleys, and I was actually able to get Koyo made in Japan replacements on eBay for 3 of them, and the 4th one is on the tensioner, and I wasn't able to find a Koyo for that one, so I ordered a Gates for that one, and I just got it, and it's made in Canada. So I have 3 Japanese ones and 1 Canadian one. There's one last pulley that I haven't taken off, and it's this bottom one right here. And I do have the Koyo replacement for it, so I'm going to take this pulley off as well. These are really pretty easy to get off. I believe it's a 14 millimeter for all of them. These last 2 have plates on them. They're pretty clean on one side. I'll definitely use the clean side, and I'll use these plates when I put them back. I'll clean them off a little bit first with a wire brush. I guess I tend to try to get the best parts I can, and these are the original Koyo parts here that were made in Japan just like the car was made. And to me that's important because my labor and my time is worth something, and I don't want to have to do it twice. So if my alternator breaks, I will buy a Denso alternator for 200 bucks, even though I can get a $39 one down at AutoZone, because I don't want to put it in twice. Same thing if I have an ignition coil go out. I'll buy one from Denso, even though I could get 6 of them for the same price on eBay. I don't want to have to take off the air intake on my car twice. So I typically buy the best parts I can. I got these 3 Koyo made in Japan pulleys for the price of 1 at the dealership. Unfortunately, I'm just having trouble with the tensioner pulley, and the one again from Amazon that I ordered doesn't fit. Well, the pulley on the idler tensioner that I ordered from Amazon from Gates, and it says fits your vehicle. Doesn't fit my vehicle because the original Koto one is higher, whereas this one's lower, so the bolt doesn't go in all the way. So I'm going to have to return that and order the right pulley, which is disappointing. The best thing for me to do was to order the whole part from my local Toyota dealer. They have a deal where they only charge $1.50 to deliver it, and the new Gates part was $60 on Amazon, and this whole thing was $99. So I'm going to take off the pulley from it, and then I'll have this if I ever need to use it. That looks like it's quite an ordeal to install just the tensioner. So now I'm going to take off my last pulley and then I'll put all 4 pulleys on the vehicle. So this is my new pulley, and I'm taking it off the tensioner. Everything's the opposite way. Now let's compare that to my original, and sure enough, it's exactly the same depth, and that's the way I need to go with this. It lines right up there perfectly, and so this will be my new tensioner pulley. So these are the last 2 that I have to put on, and now I've got my torque wrench here, so I can put them onto the correct torque. I found a diagram on the internet that showed you what the torques are. They're somewhere in the 20-pound range. Okay. All right, you can see these all 4 of these in here. Here's the bottom one. Here's the one for the idle pulley, and here's another one, and here's the 4th one. On the tensioner, it screws in the opposite way, so that'll drive this in, going the opposite way. This is a very handy tool that I bought online. It has a lithium battery, and it's paid for itself in all these jobs. It saves a lot of elbow time. And now I'm going to take my torque wrench and torque these down to the proper setting, put on my belt, and I should be done. Okay. Now I have it on there, and I have all my new shiny pulleys on there, and I'm going to start it up and see how it works. Okay, it works pretty good. It was a little bit difficult to get that belt back on there. It's not a lot of space to work. These jobs are always a lot harder than they look on TV, and I think a lot of the places that want to sell you parts make them look really easy, but it took me a while to get all the proper parts, and now I have it on there, and hopefully this belt won't shred like the last 2 did. And I'm thinking, since I could hear the bearings in those pulleys, that was the reason for that. So I hope this helped. Thanks.